Formerly Dakota Southern, number 522, now under Milwaukee Road reporting marks. Formerly Dakota Southern, number 522, backs onto a local train on June 29, 1981. The old EMD, built in 1959, has still been going strong into the 1980s. However, by the 1990s, it was outdated by the -8s and 9s. It was now a thing of the past. Unfortunately, it was scrapped in 2005. However, many old EMDs, Alcos, and GEs still survive today. (522) departs. The 522 has had a long career spanning over 3 decades. As I have said before, it was an old EMD built in 1959. It was leased by the Union Pacific, Southern Pacific, Milwaukee Road, and Santa Fe several times. But now, even though it has Dakota Southern reporting marks, as well as Milwaukee Road reporting marks, it is owned and operated by Conrail, which eventually was sold to Norfolk Southern and CSX in 1999. The reason the sold engine was scrapped? Well, for the simple fact that it was outdated by the early 2000s. If you compare it to, if it was still around today, it would be well over 60 years old. It would be well over 70 years old. Even though there are more powerful diesels like this, including -9s, which are starting to be replaced by the newer generation EMDs and Gs, such as the SD40-3, the ES44 AC and DC, among others. But there are some first and second generation EMDs still around today. Of course, the GP7s and SD7s seen here, of course, came first in the first generation. The most infamous of all second generation EMDs would most likely be the SD40, more specifically the SD40-2. There are many SD40-2s, some have been converted into SD40-3s. The most famous of which, former Conrail number 6410, renumbered to CSX 8888 when it was sold to CSX. Well, it was really famous for being in the runaway train in 2001. And after that, it was nicknamed the Crazy Eights. 522 passes its sister engine, 525, on the breakdown train. Now I will switch over to this old EMD, and here is old motor roaring one last time. more damage. If you're a real diesel fan, probably know this is what this is. This is known as the high hood. Of course, we had the standard EMD cab and the North American and Canadian safety cabs, but the high hood mainly used